Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode on the Budget Mini Clubman. So it's time to get this rear quarter off now, and yeah, let's try and get one side pretty much rust free. So if you've not followed along with this before, floors are done, door steps repaired, seals done underneath. We have got an inner bin repair to do, but basically I want to work around this side, do the back, then work around that side, and I'll do the front last. That's my plan anyway. So next is this. Now I've never done one of these. I've sort of watched a few videos. Matt Green's got quite a good few videos when he did his Mini Jet Black, and there's a few others out there that have sort of done this job before. So we'll flip around now and have a look at the panel and show you the reasons why I'm replacing it. If you've not seen the previous episode, I've replaced the inner waistband inside, so that's now ready to go. So I've got a good panel to weld the new one onto. So yeah, it's a case of getting this panel off, mocking a new one up and seeing where we're at really. So let's check out this panel. I'll list the points of my reasonings for getting rid of the whole panel, not doing repair panels, and yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so starting from the top, so this is where the new panel will roughly come up to, is out here. So you can see there's a bit of surface corrosion there, which I will dress back and clean. So this is our panel from the inside, and this is what's left. All the way along, it's just gone. So, and then the new panel will come up here, along there, roughly, sort of seeing the line. And then obviously come down, plug weld to all that. Now the reason I've opted to get rid of the whole panel is it's completely gone there. That's obviously, you see where I've just cleaned back to see how bad it was. That's all corroded. That's all gone. Then you follow it along. And then you see where it gets to the doorstep there. So for me, it's got to go. It's not right. So first point of call would be to pick this off as well as just a trim cover, and then we'll get cracking with it. Another reason why I want to get rid of this rear quarter is the car's going to be running archless, so the whole seams like all across the wheel arch and all that, I want it to be as perfect as it can be. So I managed to get the doorstep really nice now. Obviously the front end's going to be completely brand new, so I want this is the last bit really that has a seam running up it that I want to be clean and tidy. So the car will have like a chrome arch trim finisher over it. So I want it to have a good enough lip really to hold that on. So without further ado, let's set you guys up. Let's get rid of this because it's grim. Bit nervous. So from watching, there's a series of spot welds down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the basic shape out, get rid of the bulk of it, and then I'm going to run a flat disc down here, a little bit like how you do with a door skin, and then hopefully that way we can sort of see where we're working. Because there's a few panels in here, and I know a lot of people make the mistakes where this door latch is of cutting into it. So I've watched enough videos now to hopefully not make that mistake. So, and also when we cut out back here, obviously you've got the rear seat bench sat like that, so you don't want to, the bulkhead really, to the back of the seat, if you want to call it that. I don't want to cut through that either, so I've got to be a bit careful. So I'm going to take my time and let's get cracking. Right, so that's the bulk of it out. So you can see where my join is there. Obviously now I've got that exposed, so I can paint all that. There's a line there, I still need to cut that little piece out. Got to trim it back a bit here. All this arch is mint, really chuffed with it. There's a bit of corrosion here though, so I'm quite glad it's coming off for that reason, so I can repair this before I put a quarter on. There's a hole here, which I knew about, I could see in the door pin, but all that looks solid. You can see my body colour in there. Obviously that's got to come off, that's the rest of the quarter there. So next point of call is this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a flat disc down there and take out this section and then reveal what's there. And then we can work from there with that hopefully. Like I say, I've never done this before, I'm merely learning what I've watched, and yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that in a way, but I can't really knock it. But it's a minute little repair. I can put a little piece in there, you never see it again, so it's worthwhile doing while I can do it now, if you know what I mean. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the rest out. Alright, so I'll bring you guys back in. So you saw what I did there, I just run down the edge of a flat disc, which is obviously giving us this piece that's come off. That there has been able to reveal this, and I've not actually obviously damaged it that way, but look at the rust between the seams. So obviously you can even see rust there, but this is now slowly pulling away. So what I'll do is I'll keep pulling it away, and the spot welds are breaking, and I'm struggling to find where the spot welds are really, otherwise I'd use my spot weld drill. But you can see another bit of corrosion there, but this is what I didn't want to cut into, you see. So this is like where your door lock mechanism all sits. So we'll crack on, we'll get the rest of it off, and then we'll see how the quarter lines up. Right, so all in all, I'm pretty chuffed with how that's come off. I've not found anything I didn't think I'd find, if you know what I mean. I've not quite cut right where I need to put the news panel yet, because I want to make sure I've got everything lower down, trimmed right off. I'm chuffed with how this has gone on, this previous panel. You can really see the penetration of the welds here. So you will have seen all the way down here, there's actually rust between the two panels. So I was actually really worried about doing this, and it's actually been, it's gone really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my belt sander all the way up here, get rid of all the surface crusty bits, and then I'm going to put some Cure Rust on there and get that all in zinc primer ready to go there. All in the door bin I can now get to, so there's some surface rust in there. I'm going to clean that out, Cure Rust it, treat it. So all of this, I'm really chuffed with this car. I mean, it is really good in that sense. Got a small repair to do here, a little repair to do here, and one on the arch. Back here, on the rear part of the panel, it was actually rotten more than the panel. Now I have heard this is a bit of a problem with the pattern rear quarters, that they don't come quite high enough up. Now unfortunately I fell a bit short with that, but I have got the bit of the profile that isn't far off, like in a scrap bin. So I think if I bend it back on itself a little bit, I'll show you that in the next episode, if you know what I mean. I'm going to try and make that little piece. It's literally a tiny little sliver that I sort of need to add on to the back bit. So when I mock the quarter up, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, I'm really not too worried about that. I'm quite happy with how it's gone so far. Now it's not going to be a case of banging the quarter straight on, because it's going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a good few hours of my spare time to sort of get this cleaned back into a point that I'm really chuffed with. And obviously being me, all of this is going to get painted in the body colour of the car before I put the panel on. So yeah, no, not rushing here. I want to not let this ever happen again. So I've learned how it's fixed down here. There's two little spot welds. So I'll probably drill 2 holes in my new panel and plug weld there, just so it's got the strip at the bottom. Obviously this seal's brand new. You can see all the body colour in there. Just going to grab a hoover, clean this out, and basically in my spare time I'm going to start making the repair panels up to get in there. So right, I think I'll leave that one there. What we'll do is we'll just dress the board and add a bit of time onto that. Right, so I've left all of that with some Cure Rust on. Obviously I've cut that little piece out there I don't need to put in, and all that seam. So I'll come out in a bit and I'll clean all that back and we'll get it all in primer. We still need to clean a bit of this lip back. I've just updated the board, so we were at 41 hours. So I've been at it for another few hours in the freezing cold, I might add. We are like -1, -2 at the moment. So another couple of hours, 43 hours. No more spends yet. And I've added that onto the bottom rear quarter panel. So once we've done that, we can tick. Oh, it's cold. Got some more to do on here as well. Well, that's another series. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't seen the giveaway video, please go and check that and put your comment below to be able to a chance to win the prize. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away that prize to the lucky winner on a random selector program. So it's going to be completely fair. It's literally going to pick a name out of the hat, basically. So right, catch you next one, guys, when we've hopefully got a bit of repair work to do, and I'll show you how I go about making the bits and bobs that behind the scenes of the quarter panel, basically. Right, catch you next one.